Hey, this is Jo Kupke, bringing you a dose of inspiritment. I know you want to lead yourself well in whatever space you find yourself today. These super short episodes are designed to bring you that inspiration, encouragement, and challenge to think a bit deeper. Maybe you will find your next step to leading yourself well today. Seasons of transition bring a significant mental load. And I knew this from previous experience, but still have had moments of being surprised by the challenge of this in the first few weeks of my new job. I have been establishing what my work role entails, learning the culture and heart of a different organization. And the work itself is within the realm of what I'm competent and capable of doing, but there are still aspects that require problem solving and creativity. And as much as the work element has been a contributing factor to the mental load, I think it has been the adjustment to routines and rhythms that has been the most challenging. And my approach to making these adjustments was initially pretty reactive and kind of haphazard. I was making changes on the fly, desperately trying to keep key responsibilities covered. But as the days have rolled on, I've started to apply strategies that I know have worked for me and others in the past. I recalled learning from books such as Atomic Habits by James Clear, The Lazy Genius Way by Kendra Adachi, and The Power to Change by Craig Groeschel. I tuned back into the self-leadership principles I know well from the Ignite program run by Lead Different and from the emotionally healthy discipleship courses I've done and other various podcast episodes over the years. And this brought a bit more structure and focus to this process. So the first area that I brought some intentionality to was actually my preparation the night before. And the motivation came from considering what kind of person and particularly what kind of mother I want to be in the mornings. I want to create a peaceful atmosphere in my home, not a rushed and irritable one. And as a person of faith, faith is important to me. I want to start my days with time in prayer, silence, and engaging with scriptures. If I want improved function and reduced pain in my back, I need to be engaging in my rehab exercises daily. And I also want to have space to help my daughter when she's having a difficult time and to be present for her before sending her off to school. And getting to work on time is important to me, and I feel it honors my colleagues. And it's these ideas of who I want to be that have formed the foundation for the changes that I've started to make. Now, to be that present, calm, engaged, and punctual person, I need to create space in my mornings by doing some tasks the night before. It leans into the magic question from Kendra. What can I do now to make something easier later? Now, I started with my clothes. I select an outfit, and I've even purchased an outfit calendar that helps to take that decision load out as well. And I lay that all out for the morning. And this includes, ironing anything that needs it so it's ready to go. And next, I moved on to food for the day. So packing my lunch and snacks for work the night before makes all the difference in the morning. It doesn't take long, but somehow that little bit of time makes such a difference. Now, am I perfect at doing each of these every night? Of course not. I'm still human. It is a work in progress. but it happens more often than not because I experience that difference that it makes. So, with those tasks taken away from the morning, I shifted my attention to establishing a new morning ritual. I used principles of starting small and habit stacking to make incremental changes until I've arrived at a routine that I think works for me and my family, even if it isn't perfect. There may still be tweaks that I make over the next little while. But it started with one habit that was already very well established. And it was probably no surprise that this is making my morning coffee. That's usually a given in any morning for me. So I've used this to my advantage by linking laundry with it. So as soon as I put the coffee on to brew and have a drink of water, which was a previous habit chain that I'd established, I go and I put on a load of laundry to wash. Then I light a candle in the lounge because I like it. I make my coffee and I settle in for a time of scripture and prayer. And usually my daughter will come and join me for some cuddles at some point in this too, which I love. I then flow on to doing my back exercises, which is generally my daughter's cue to start getting dressed and my cue to remind her to go and get dressed. And by the time I have finished my rehab, the laundry is generally ready to hang out. Then breakfast, getting showered and dressed, and gathering bags has us ready to head out the door. Now, some mornings it works brilliantly. Other mornings, usually when I'm a bit more tired or maybe my daughter's having a harder morning, there might be some slow movement and distraction that creeps in. But the overall structure helps to move us along. So why am I sharing my morning routine with you? I certainly don't hold it up as an outline of what everyone should be doing. It is uniquely mine in this particular stage and season of life. I simply hope to inspire you to look at your own rhythms and routines and who you want to be in those times. I want to encourage you with just how small changes add up. Approach this with compassion for yourself as you seek to make changes, and also with a sense of curiosity. Experiment with a new small adjustment over a few days. If it doesn't work, try something else. These rhythms and routines help to ease the mental load, freeing up headspace for other important things. So, who do you want to be in the morning, or evening, or any other point of the day that you're looking at? And what is one small change you will implement this week? Thank you for listening and taking the time to invest in your personal growth. You can stay in touch with me on social media. Look for Jo Koepke, JOKOEPKE, on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Or head over to my website, jokoepke.com, to see some other things I have on offer, use the Contact Me form, or get connected in with my email community. Have a great week. Keep taking those steps forward, and I will see you again soon.